Ponytails. Read by Scribbler. Best Garden by Esla Inompamos. It should be you! Applejack slowed her applause to cast a sidelong glance at her companion.
Beg your pardon, Rarity?
The white unicorn wore a paper-thin smile and pounded her hooves half-heartedly to match the crowd of ponies around them. That should be you up there, accepting that trophy. I don't understand what the judges were thinking. Up on the stage ahead, Mare presented a trophy with a big golden turnip on top to this year's winner of the Ponyville's Best Garden Award. In a town that was mostly farmers, the title of the best garden tended to be a hotly contested prize. Applejack chuckled and shook her head.
Aw, we did well enough.
She waved the second-place ribbon in the air.
Second place ain't bad at all with stiff competition like this. Golden Harvest worked her flank off. She deserved to win.
An impatient huff erupted from Rarity. Please, dear, don't give me that humble pony routine. You worked your flank off, darling. Miss Harvest clearly has hers fully intact. Adding to it by the day, by the looks of it. Applejack sighed.
No reason to be catty, darling.
I am not being catty, Rarity snapped. I am simply pointing out an observable fact. Applejack glanced up at the stage. Maybe Golden Harvest was starting to put on a bit of pudge. Applejack quickly realised that she was standing next to her mare friend while staring at her neighbour's flank and coughed into her hoof.
Flanks notwithstanding, she put on a good show. She's got a mighty fine garden.
With all due respect to her, Rarity said, her garden was a patch of dirt with weeds sticking out. I am loath to even call it a garden. Your garden was art. Beauty itself, distilled into rows of cabbage and beets. I find it an utter disgrace that any pony could be so blind as to rate that mud-hole of hers over the study and elegance that you presented. She pawed at the ground, her nostrils flared. Applejack pinched her brows. There would be no winning this argument.
Well, I guess there's always next year. Besides, it ain't like Golden Harvest ever beat me for the best orchard. Hey, where are you going?
Rarity was working her way through the crowds of ponies. I simply cannot remain silent about this, she cried, making for the stage.
Oh, Celestia, Applejack muttered. Rarity, wait!
She tried to push her way through the crowds, but there was no way to reach the stage before Rarity did. The fashionista climbed up on top of the platform, stepping in front of Golden Harvest. Darling, I'm very happy for you, and I will let you finish, she said, cutting off the Carrot Farm's acceptance speech. But Applejack's garden is the #1 garden of all time! An orange hoof snagged her and began dragging her off the stage.
Lights come on down, Rarity,
Applejack said as she pulled. Of all time! Rarity repeated as she was taken off the stage. Applejack did not set her down until they were well clear of the crowd.
What the hey was that all about, Rarity?
She panted. Rarity sat on the cobbles, staring at the ground. She mumbled something, too quiet for Applejack to hear. Applejack knelt in closer.
Speak up, hon.
Our garden, Rarity said, tears beading in her eyes. I helped you grow this one. I put up with mud and bugs and weeds to help you with it. She sniffled. It is the very best garden of all time, Applejack. It's our garden. Applejack wrapped a hoof around her.
It surely is, sweetheart. It surely is.
That was Best Garden. It was written by Esla Inompamos and read by Scribbler. Okay, thank you for listening. This is sort of a break from all the dark fic and sad fics I've been doing recently. I'm not usually one for Rarity Applejack fics, but I like this one. And I like how Rarity's nature was not distilled down to a caricature.
which, given how many fics I've been reading lately, seems to be the case more often than not, which is a bit sad, as she is a really interesting character, but she tends to be treated badly in fanfictions. Not bashed, but not given the complexity that she actually does seem to have. And now I'm starting to waffle. So, I will shut up, and I will say to everybody, be lovely to each other, and good night, everybody.